Welcome back everyone. Quickly, let's continue our discussion on CSS fonts in more details again. Right now we'll be using the CSS font style property for italic text. So I'm going to be showing you how all this works in reasonable manner. So right here we are having different style we can specify. We can use CSS font style normal, we can use italic, and we can use oblique. So I'm going to be using all these properties so you guys can see all these values: normal, italic, oblique. I'm going to be using all this in this our chapter right now. So but before you do that, don't you forget we are going to specify the font style property, then we can specify the value. So let's get back to our document and do some things. Can you see right here I'm having this in our previous tutorial? As you can see, now I want to do something nice with our document. So let me just write another thing. Let me write like P right here inside our HTML. Right here I'm writing P. I just want to give this CEO anwar, akorede, ayofe. So I'm purposely doing this so you guys can see what I'm doing clearly. So I'm leaving this because I want to use this in 1, 2, 3. So all these 3 elements I want to demonstrate how all this normal, italic, and the obliques, how they looks. So now back to our document. Our legend element, let's go and select it. This is our legend element, but I don't want to write it inside this one. I want to give it another value separately. So let me select the legend element. So I'm selecting the legend element right here again just to demonstrate this clearly. So we are going to use the font style property. Using the font style property, we are going to give this one normal. Now we specify normal there. Let's save our document and you are going to see that nothing is going to happen to our text right here. Let's reload. Can you see when I reload? Can you see nothing is happening to our legend element? So now let's go and do something with our how are you doing right here. So let's select it. We are having our how are you doing in our h1 element right here. Can you see? So I'm going to select this h1 element right here. So and write something. Now let's select h1 element and give it font style property. Font style font style property. We are going to give it italic. So when we specify italic and reload our document, you are going to see what will happen. Just keep looking at this. How are you doing? Let's reload. Can you see the way it's bent? It's bent, right? So let's go and use the third value inside our CEO and our akorede. So now the third value is oblique. So let's get back to our document and do that. Let's select our P element. This is our P element right here. So let's select it. So immediately after our h1 tag, we can select our P element also. I'm just obviously doing this separately so you guys can see how they all looks. Font what? We need font style property and we need oblique. When we specify oblique, when we save our document now, let's reload. Let's see how this one is going to look when we reload. Can you see how it load? Can you see it's bent to the right also? It's just working like this italic. So this one and this one, they are working like the same, but in our document right here we had that the italic one is the one that most browsers understand very well. This oblique is not commonly used, so that's why many people don't use it. So now let's switch it in between each other. Let's see how they work together. Now let's see, we remove oblique from here, we put it at normal, and we remove italic from here, we give it oblique, and we remove normal from here, we give it italic. So when we put it, when we change it in that way, we switch it in that manner. Let's see how our document is going to react to it when we reload. Can you see when I reload, this one is now having the first one is now having the italic, the second one is now having the oblique, the third one is having the normal. As you can see, the normal is not changing at all, but this second and the first one, they are having italic. So that is the benefit of using the CSS italics. The font style of italic in your document. As you can see, all these values, they are working as italic. That's why I'm using it at once, so that you can understand that italic, we are having different value. Whenever you see italic, oblique, especially whenever you see this font style property, and you can see that we can use this italic there. So that's what I want you guys to know. Anwar Akorede is my name once again. I wish to see you guys next time to the next tutorial. Peace and love. Have a great day.